Hello, everybody. My name is Dave Neal. Welcome to Listen to Your Heart Recap, Episode 5, 8 Guys Review. This episode is sponsored by Diet Shasta Cola. That'd be great if it was, but it's not. Shasta or Shasta? Anyway, let's get right into it. So here's what we do. I take notes. I read them back to you. I've been doing this for about 5 years. No edits, no cuts, none of that. What you see is what you get. Hope you love it. And if you don't, bye now. Bye, Felicia. See you later. Let's get into it. Episode 5. Chris Harrison shows up to an empty house. He's in a hallway. He's like, hello, guys. He's looking for people, right? It's not the normal bachelor mansion. He's just Airbnb-ing it. He doesn't know his way around. You know, Chris Harrison hasn't remembered anyone's names in the last 5 years of this show. He's just printing money at this point. He shows up, puts a wardrobe on, a couple shots of Botox, and he's ready to party. He just prints money at this point. That's all he does. He's got his own bank. Bachelor Nation credit cards. The Bank of Chris Harrison. BCH. All right, let's jump right into it. Bri and Chris discuss their love. They're talking about their love. And you know they're in love because they're matching, right? And the more you love someone, the more you match. That's how it works, right? You've been dating for a couple months. You start going to Costco together. You've got matching Kirkland flannels. And statistically, at least one or two people watching this right now are in your Kirkland flannels. And you're probably in love. Or you resent the heck out of each other. Either way, you're sitting next to each other on that couch. Your butts are imprinted on your sides. And you're just killing time during the quarantine. Projecting? No. All right, so love you match. Whereas Matt and Rudi, case study right here, beautiful vocals. They're clashing, right? You can't be singing together and clash. They need a stylist. Chris Harrison says, we're going to far off places. Pack your bags and we're heading to Vegas. Nothing says far off and exotic like 4 hours east on Route 10. But that's where they start. All right, tour buses. This is amazing, right? But only, you know why we have musicians, right? Only musicians can be happy to leave a mansion to go live on a bus, right? They can't even go number 2 on the bus. They got to pull over at a Carl's Jr. just to pinch one off. But here they are, just excited to live that life. Hey, they're true. Ingenues. They're dedicated to their craft. What can you do? Oh, so they're heading to Vegas. This is a great moment for me to plug one of my vlogs. I drove across the country with my fiancée, Tasha Courtney, over the winter break. We drove from LA all the way to Cincinnati, Ohio. So not all the way across the country, but we made a vlog about it. And we got a flat tire on our way to Vegas. The first 2 hours into our cross-country journey, we got a flat tire. I'll post a little clip up here. If you want to watch other content, that's my vlog traveling across the country. Maybe I went through your state, right? Bri lives in Utah. We went through Utah. It was very nice. All right, moving on. That's the plug for the day. I'll probably do 2 more. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and leave a comment. You really do want to subscribe, though, because people tell me that they're not seeing some of my past episodes. Episode 4 was our most viewed episode this year. Thank you guys so much. I'll jump right to it. We made $4.50, okay? So your boy might be social distancing, but I can upgrade to the Chipotle's drive-thru. I'm getting guacamole, boys. Right? All right, moving on. So I love road trips. Don't you guys love road trips? The best part of the road trip is they get to go to the gas station. Don't you guys love going to the gas station on a road trip and you just come out with junk you didn't need, right? It's always like boner pills, Slurpees, just pure trucker essentials. It reminded me of the Dumb and Dumber clip. Remember Dumb and Dumber? And he goes, only get the essentials. We're down to our last money. And he just comes out with like a yo-yo and, one of those things with the balls and a giant foam finger and a cowboy hat. That's one of the funniest comedies of all time. Took place in Rhode Island. Moving on, folks. That's where I'm from. I got a big thing for Rudi. Rudi Fresh. Chris and Bri have a date at a wedding chapel. Turns out they were the hired performers. Chris Harrison makes a couple extra $100. He's like, yeah, you're going to go on a date. You're going to sing a couple songs, sign a few autographs. Matt is unsure about loving Rudi. This whole episode is doing the fabricated thing where they don't know if Matt's falling in love with Rudi. How come everyone has to fall in love? This is what happens. Episode 4, we see that Bri and Chris say they love each other. I feel like with women, and I'm going to be generalizing, ladies, so just buckle down. but I feel like saying you love your man is like syncing up on your periods, right? Just hold. I didn't write this down, so I might be in hot water here. Just buckle up. But it's like you live in a house together. You sync up your periods, whatever voodoo science is in the DNA. I don't know how it works. I didn't study it, but full moons are happening. You got a heavy flow. We don't know. Okay, we don't know. But I'm just saying you got that going on. But now you got Bri's falling in love. So all the other girls are like, well, if Bri's falling in love, I gotta fall in love. And it's like you're on episode 5 of a reality show. Pump the brakes. Whatever. Just get on with it. I'm glad Matt didn't want to just say he's in love. You know what I mean? He should be a little skeptical. Didn't she already punch him in the face or something? Like, just hold on, pump your brakes, sing a couple songs, get your record deal, and let it happen organically in the back of a tour bus. Oh man, I really could wax poetic about the idea of being on tour. You know what I mean? You're just like rolling around in the sheets of your tour bus, going over potholes. That would be nice. The driver's like, it's a rocky one. They're paving the street. And you're like, I'm okay. You like that? I'm okay. Someone told me it's better when I take the mic out of the stand. So we'll get right into it. Yeah, it's 6 weeks with no stand-up. This is the best I can do. This is it right now. I got to make sure my neighbors don't wake up. I'm here in a small studio apartment in downtown Hollywood, California, living my dreams. Socially distancing, of course. Okay, Matt. Okay, let's get back into this. I am all over the place. Jamie and Trevor went on their next date. They go to an ice skating arena. Jamie wears that nice sweater right there, right, which covered very little. She's got a very chilly lower back. We're all okay with it, Jamie. Jamie tells Trevor she was into him since the first night. She does that, which by the way doesn't hold much weight because on the first night she was playing tonsil hockey with Ryan. Do we not forget that? Okay, moving along. Just calling it how I see it. Rudi and Matt are chatting back at the hotel. Rudi's got her clam chowder basically hanging out the bottom there, which I'm totally okay with, guys. I'm totally okay with clam chowder hanging out. I'm okay if a dude's dick wants to hang. I wish this show was, on Netflix where they could just show all the bits and pieces, but it's not. It's on America's Broadcasting Channel. This is a Disney show, folks. We don't need, to find Nemo out there. And we did. We found him all right. I'm just surprised the Photoshop team didn't come in and edit. Usually Bachelor Nation, Chris Harrison goes on Fiverr and hires someone to clean up the clam, but there it is. If you don't know what I'm talking about, this recap's not for you. Why are you shaming her? I'm not. Again, let it fly, ladies and gentlemen. Non-gendered, it doesn't matter. Trevor tells Jamie he's only said the L word, love, to 2 people, and then we're waiting for him to say it. He goes, I've only said it to 2 people before, so it means a lot. And then he just skates off, and she's like, hello, what's going on here? You know what I mean? They really tease this L word. Then T and J, they definitely have this Disney movie energy. They just have good Disney, they got that clean Disney movie energy. And then they're still on the ice, they're doing their thing, and then she says, I'm falling in love with you. Then he says it back. Then I vomit on the couch. No, I'm kidding. I'm happy for him. Good for them. Falling in love is the loophole when you're not ready to say in love, right? Because it's the only phrase that we have where semantics, you know what I mean? Like, it's the only phrase we have that's so important to get it right. Everyone's like, I'm falling. I think I'm starting to fall. Just say you're in love. If you're in love, say it. You know what I mean? I get it. Some people aren't ready to say it. Yeah, we've made it into a bigger thing. Feel the love, be the love, share it with everyone, or whatever. That's how you get the clap. Moving on. What's going on here? Matt and Rudi have a date. Shaggy performs. That was pretty cool. I'm sorry. For a guy born in the mid-'80s, it was pretty cool to see Shaggy perform. Saw me recapping The Bachelor, wasn't me. Saw me asking for subscribers, wasn't me. Saw me monetizing this video, that was me. $4.50. Rudi boy, don't sign me to a contract. Wow. Stick to the comedy, Dave. I am trying at home, alone. Subscribe, share with your friends. Rudi tells, but I can't even read my own handwriting. Rudi tells Matt she's falling for him. She uses the same term, falling for him. What's the pressure? What's the pressure for everybody? Matt says, you're courageous. The only time any compliment doesn't work is when it's right after someone says they love you. Now imagine if someone's like, I love you, Dave. And I'm like, you have beautiful eyes. In her head, she's going, I'm going to murder you. I'm going to murder you right now. He goes, you're courageous. You're so brave. Oh, the devil's lurking in those answers. You know what I'm saying? The devil's lurking. If me saying the devil's lurking doesn't mean anything to you, you're not a good enough fan of the recaps. Okay, go back and do your homework, folks. Get in there. Boy, the devil does lurk in Vegas, though. I'll tell you that. What happens in Vegas usually requires a pap smear a couple days later. Right, ladies? Clam chowder. Anyway, Rudi tells Matt, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, well, look, yeah, if she didn't slap him and be a dick to him and go nuts, maybe he'd be, a little closer. They had a rough start. They're great singers. Just go slow it down. And again, like I said, this drama is all fabricated. None of this is real. Okay, we have Ryan and Natascha. They go on a date to a junkyard. Here's the thing with Ryan and Natascha. This couple, I understand the least about because I didn't see them being a fit at first because he's got this kind of like singer-songwriter, indie John Mayer, and I don't know, just like rocker thing, and she's kind of got this like international pop kind of like salsa dancer vibe. So I didn't know how to put them together, but every episode I watched them, I liked that more. Do you know what I mean? At first, I had my guard up because she came in guns a-blazing, but we don't know what the producers tell them to do. You know what I mean? Like, she came in and had to stir some shit up to get on the show. What can you do? That's just, you know what I mean? It's like you hate that in a person until you love that in a person, you know? Anyway, I love it. I do. I don't get it, but they've grown on me the most, let's put it that way. Not to mention, their performances together are just fun. They're just fun to watch. It's fun to see what they're about to do. Moving on, live performances time. We got the judges, Ari Jr. and Lauren, which, by the way, their luggage got lost on the way to that performance, and it included all of Lauren's personality. So that's why, if you didn't see it, it's because it wasn't there. Train is the second judge, and then we have Ashley Simpson and Evan Ross. Is that? I'm just too old to understand who he is. And of course, Ashley Simpson, the younger sister of fashion icon Jessica Simpson. Chris but in Ashley Simpson, she's the one who had laryngitis and sang lip synced on SNL. Remember? And then they played the wrong track, so she ended up doing the jig, which I'll bring that up in a minute because that was interesting how she dealt with it. Chris and Bri sing Elvis's "Can't Help Falling in Love with You." Boy, she's got that sex hair. She brought out the sex hair for the show. It's special. I'm rooting for them. I had tears. I did. Their performances aren't big, right? You could tell whatever the camera guy has to do super close, tight shots, it means they're not doing much, but they got that passion. If they could have some of the other couples' flair, they would be unstoppable. So they need to come out of their shell a little bit more as a team, but you can feel the love there. Trevor and Jamie, she goes, "I'm a confident woman." She kept saying that over and over like she just YouTubed Tony Robbins, right? She's like, "I'm a confident woman." I'm like, tell it to your face. Now they came out, they did fine. They sang Lady Antebellum. That's hard. It's a hard song to sing. I'm no expert, but it's they did good. I thought they did good. Natascha and Ryan, they sang "Perfect" by Ed Sheeran. Of course, irony, it wasn't perfect. We didn't know what went wrong, but we knew there was obviously something that went wrong. And I'm not judging them for that. You got 1 or 2 days to learn a song. They flipped the song head over heels and did a different version of it. Like they probably could have just sang a karaoke version of the song and made it through because they have great charisma and vocals and they're high energy performance. But she botched the lyrics early on. They had to figure out what to do, move the mic stand, all these things. Next thing you know, he's playing guitar with his mic. I mean, Ryan did everything he could to save that performance, and they did. The crowd loved him, but because they were flat. I mean, guys, think about it. This happens to me when I do stand-up, right? If I'm ever bombing on stage doing stand-up, I'm saying the jokes out loud, but I'm thinking in my head, what am I going to say next to get me out of this hole? So, you lose that, aura that's in the moment. So, again, not to relate it to what they're doing on national TV, but they're singing a song, they've messed up the lyrics, and they're trying to get to the finish line, all while trying to put on a brave face. I mean, golly, that's hard to do. I wish they could get a mulligan and try it again. I really do, because they are great performers and all that. But hey, them's the ropes. Matt and Rudi, they sing one of my favorite songs, "Shallow" by Bradley Cooper, B. Coops, and Lady Gaga. Oh my gosh, are they good? Oh man, are they good? How good are they? Oh, I want to watch them afterwards. The fact that Bachelor, I think I put this in the comment section earlier. The fact that Bachelor or Chris Harrison or whoever's in control over there doesn't air the full unedited version of their songs on YouTube for people to watch. I would love to rewatch all of these songs, but man, can Matt and Rudi sing. That's the band name, Matt and Rudi, Rudi and Matt, whatever you want to call it. That's it. That's the band. Send them out, write some songs, and come back at me. I mean, they are just awesome. Awesome together. So great. Train calls it magical and real stuff. No offense to Jamie and Trevor, but it's like, Jamie and Trevor, you guys are the Ice Capades version of Matt and Rudi. Wow. And no offense, but come on, like, we just, apples and oranges, right, folks? Just like there's better recappers, I am the Ice Capades of your favorite recapper. You're watching me because I get the recap up first. Oh, stop, Dave. Please, leave a comment. Rose ceremony, Natascha and Ryan go home. They go home, which is a bummer. I found out Ryan and I have the same last name. We might be second cousins for all we know. He's a good guy. Natascha grew on me like a fungus. Like the fungus I got on my dead toenail, she grew on me. I really like Natascha. I tell you what, folks. If you liked any of these performers, subscribe to their YouTube, follow them on Instagram, support their careers. This isn't the end of the road for any of them. They're going places, right? This is just about getting exposure, getting verified on Instagram, getting new gigs. So like, I can't wait to see what Natascha does. I can't wait to see what Ryan does. Let me know when you're in Los Angeles. Come on the podcast. Invite me to one of your shows. I'd love to come, hang out, watch you guys perform, all that jazz. Or we'll double date, whatever you guys want to do. I'll take you to Millie's once social distancing is over. They have a good brunch. Legs and eggs. Chris tells the finalists they are headed to Nashville. Great. They all live in Nashville. Just as my fiance was saying, she's like, oh, that means the Bachelor doesn't have to buy them an airfare home when it's all over, which is so true. All right, I'll read you one comment that I'll get out here. I already told you the monetization. Episode 4 was great. I'm starting to figure out what the algorithm's all about. I think episode 3 I posted episode 2 I posted a thumbnail that was too risque, and I didn't realize that Google Vision scans your thumbnail, and if it deems it too, so I literally got my episode flagged because of Jamie's tits. They said it was too risque, so I had to, dumb it back. So if all my thumbnails now are just going to be a PG, it's because I want YouTube to actually promote these recaps. Oh, but I get so many good comments. You guys are so great. You leave me so many nice comments. I'm so appreciative. Sometimes I have the time and energy to read them all, but just know I do read them. I respond to all of them. You guys are great. Once in a while, I get a comment that's funny to me, so I just wanted to read this funny comment. Because some people are so freaking entitled, and I'm saying this with light heart. If Chrissy, I'm about to talk about you, but you're ridiculous. She goes, "I'll follow you, but please stop with the sexual innuendos, or I will unfollow." Becomes a bit slimy. That's what she said. Okay, well, here's to sliminess. If you want more slime, I will be lurking in the comments, so leave a comment and let's keep chatting. And please subscribe if you haven't already. I've got so much fun other content coming up. This Friday, I'm releasing my Cake Wars video. My birthday was last week. Thank you so much for all the nice birthday messages. And then my fiance's birthday was 1 week after mine. Mine's May 1st. She's May 8th. And for our birthdays, we did a cake war. So I challenged Tasha to make me the perfect cake. There's a photo of it. And then Tasha challenged me to make her a Harry Potter cake. There's a photo of it. So we're going to show you that video of making each other's cakes and all that jazz. But I appreciate those that like what I do over here, that keep on following. Just hit the subscribe, hit the alert button, and the best thing you can do is either share it with your friends, share it on Reddit, whatever. Just leave a comment. It helps the algorithm, all that jazz. Thank you so much. Thank you to all my slime balls out there. Should we call that? Thank you to Dave's slime balls in the comment section. Keep on being slimy. Get out there with the sexual innuendos. Get dirty. Clean your balls. And we'll see you next week for the finale. Bye, everyone.